Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master. I am here with my brother, and we are back to the Pioneer content. I've got all the Pioneer content for you, and we are discovering and exploring Simic Merfolk in Pioneer. They've got not only all the greatest Merfolk that you love and enjoy, between Kumena Speaker all the way to Merfolk Mistbinder, we get to take advantage of Oko, Thief of Crowns, and Collected Company. These are super OP cards that you can play in Pioneer. If you want to see the Pioneer content for Merfolk on this channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Before we get into our deck tech, we are going to thank our sponsors, starting with themanabase.com, your home base for everything Magic the Gathering, and the MTG Mastermind, the coaching program where you can take your deck list and ask questions from top players, get advice from them, and feedback as you need it. You're going to want to learn from them at the MTG Mastermind. And lastly, Card Hoarder, your online digital service for buying and borrowing Magic cards. Thanks to Card Hoarder, we can borrow Collected Company today. I am not ready to buy this damn thing. I have bought and sold Collected Company like a million times. I have probably spent like over 300 tickets on Collected Company. Thank you, Card Hoarder. I love Card Hoarder is there for me, so I don't have to burn my ticks buying and selling cards anymore. So here is the Simic deck list that we are going to play, and my god, this deck is a dream. So I've play tested a little bit of this off camera, and it's super powerful. It has really good aggro starts with Benthic Biomancer, Kumena Speaker. You get to grind them out again with Silver Gill Adept. We do have a Lord. We have sort of a Lord effect if we need it. But do you know what? I have found that I don't need to get my creatures too big, because between Merfolk Trickster and Watertrap Weaver, I'm tapping my opponent's creatures down, and then we can get in for the beatdown with whatever creatures that we have. We don't even need to make them Lords. We are playing with some Thassa, God of the Sea. Thassa is an indestructible creature that's going to keep the gas coming. We get to scry every single turn, but more importantly, we get to make creatures unblockable. So if there are some vulnerable creatures that are going to have trouble attacking into other creatures, just make it unblockable, get in that damage. Now, Thassa, you would think, well, this is like a blue-green deck, so maybe you're not going to get the devotion online all the time. Not true. Collected Company actually helps you dig for like at least 2 devotion, but sometimes 3 to 4. Find 2 Merfolk Tricksters, you got double the devotion, but you usually will get like you're gonna get like your devotion thanks to Collected Company. Now, Collected Company gives this deck a lot of power and a lot of longevity. You can either find like Silver Gill Adept to draw a card, so it replaces the Collected Company. You can find Lord effects. What I actually have found that this Collected Company does the most is find cards to tap down the opponent's creatures. So on my main phase, I'll Collected Company, tap them down with Merfolk Trickster or Watertrap Weaver. Fantastic, get in for a ton of damage. Then even no matter what my opponent does, and even if they assemble a lot of blockers, I have enough power to beat them by the next turn. Especially if I find like a Thassa somewhere in that Collected Company, that's going to work out really well for us. We've got 8 1-drops, very nice, very nice, very nice. 4 Silver Gill Adept, we got the 4 Tricksters, we have our Lord, 2 Thassas. Now, we're only playing with 2 Thassas in this build. Thassa is an excellent, fantastic creature, one of the best creatures in this deck, but I don't want too many legendary creatures to make Collected Company clunky. So, like, the more legendary creatures we have, like, the higher the risk is that we, like, find them off of Collected Company. Like, I might have a Thassa in play and I Collected Company into, the only 2 creatures, and one of them's a Thassa. So you don't want to be in that situation. So I only have 2 legendary Thassas, and we're playing with 2 Kumenas, Tyrant of Eraskas. The most valuable thing on this creature right now is the toughness. 2/4 creature, blocking the Goblin decks and blocking the mono red decks. Very valuable. So you can also block elk tokens if necessary from like either the tokens that we make with Oko or ones that our opponent makes. I have not found that I've had the tap 5 Merfolk to put a +1/+1 counter on everything, although it is available. What I have done very often is tap 3 Merfolk to draw a card. That's going to happen very often off of Collected Company, where I might company into Kumena, some other creature, plus I'm going to have one other creature just sitting back for one reason or another. Maybe it can't attack, maybe I need it on blocking duty, but I have that available, and then I draw a card at end of turn. So Kumena is drawing me cards and is a nice valuable addition to the deck. Watertrap Weaver. If you watch this channel for a very long time, you know how much I love Watertrap Weaver. And this card screws over the Hardened Scales Affinity deck big time. My god, tap your Steel Overseer? That's backbreaking. They totally planned on untapping with that thing. No, not anymore. Watertrap Weaver, tap it down. You don't get to untap it, get no value. You're behind by one whole turn. Well, that's the value of Watertrap Weaver. And this is a pretty creature-centric metagame right now. It started off with like some Copycat, and Copycat is definitely out there, but a lot of people are moving to builds that very creature-based builds. So, you know, between Goblins, Mono Red, Goblins is a deck that I'm seeing more and more of. The Mono Blue Devotion is out there. Anyway, Watertrap Weaver, gonna tap them down, swing the tempo in your favor. Oko Thief of Crowns. I mean, this is the card that's going to get banned in Standard. It's already like taking over all the formats, including Pioneer. So like, a Sultai deck is really big right now in Pioneer because they want to take advantage of Oko Thief of Crowns, and definitely this card is very, very good in this deck. Although I have to say that, like, a lot of people have been asking me, do I need the fourth one? Do I need 4? Is that important in this deck? And I would say it's not like the focus of this deck. I think actually Collected Company is much more useful, more impactful, more powerful for this list than Oko. But Oko is still so good that I don't want to play less than 4. But if you can't afford 4, you can't afford 3, having 2 would be, I think, is fine. I think the more important cards are actually everything else, things like Collected Company. This is like a sweet bonus if you can afford it, but not mandatory. Of course, it's really good, and I'm sure it's going to be fantastic in those other attrition-based situations. The mirror, like not the mirror, the it's going to be good against. You got to fight another Oko with your own Oko, and if there's ever a control deck, you can use your Oko on them. A mana base is perfect. It actually is a dream, and I'm really surprised that there's like a lot of other people brewing tribal decks. No one's using Unclaimed Territory. What is wrong with you? This is a dual land. What is wrong with you? Where's your Unclaimed Territory? All the tribal decks playing more than one color should be playing this land. All right, there's no excuse. Like I'm seeing people playing with all sorts of other weird, awkward, clunky dual lands. Like the mana base is perfect. 4 Breeding Pool, 4 Botanical Sanctum, 4 Unclaimed Territory, can cast everything. So Frank Karsten says all you need is 10 green sources in order to cast Collected Company on time at 4 mana, and that's what we got. We got the 4 green sources, and we're even drawing into like more green sources with Silver Gill Adept, so I have no problem there. And we have believe 18 blue sources, so we can get our double blue spells out on turn 2. Not that we have many double blue spells. And 4 Mutavault, because 4 Mutavault is really good in this format. It's really, really good. Don't be playing Mono Blue Merfolk or Devotion or anything with less than 4 colorless Mutavaults. It's very, very strong. Very good at counterattacking Oko once it comes out. So you have that extra creature in play to attack your opponent's Okos. I have to make I'll just mention one thing about the mana base. It doesn't reliably get Oko Thief of Crowns out by turn 3, but I don't think that's a deal breaker. I think you can get Oko out later and it's still fine. There's going to be a lot of games where you could get it out on turn 3, but it's not like in the 90% range. It's more in like the 75 to 80% range. Otherwise, you're just going to have to play something else early in the game and wait maybe till turn 4 to play your Oko Thief of Crowns. So we go to the sideboard. Ceremonious Rejection is for the Hardened Scales Affinity deck. We've got 4 Wizard's Retorts, and my original list played with 2 Sorceress Spyglass and 2 Phyrexian Revoker. I've decided to switch it up because I can find Phyrexian Revoker off of Collected Company, and I think that's valuable. I had a lot of matchups where I'm bringing in the 4 Ceremonious Rejections, where I'm bringing in 4 Wizard's Retorts, and then when I wanted to bring in 4 Sorceress Spyglasses, my number of creatures would go below like the 26 threshold. You need at least 26 creatures in your deck to reliably find 2 cards with Collected Company at a time, so you have to be at that 26 card threshold, and I'm bringing in Sorceress Spyglass in against a lot of decks. But anyway, I found I haven't this is going to be the first time I playtest with this, but Phyrexian Revoker seems to be a very good substitute for Sorcerer's Spyglass while still maintaining the synergy of Collected Company. There's actually a big bonus to Phyrexian Revoker in that there's a mono green devotion deck that's really taking, like, it's becoming a big archetype in the format. Sorcerer's Spyglass can't shut down mana creatures. Like, activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So Llanowar Elves, Arbor Elves still tap for mana. Phyrexian Revoker can shut those things down. So that's a huge bonus to Phyrexian Revoker. For Wizard's Retort, we've got... I think we have enough wizards. Benthic Biomancer is a wizard. Silvergill Adept's a wizard. Merfolk Trickster is a wizard. Watertrap Weaver is a wizard, which is weird.
Watertrap Weezer.
Watertrap Weezer. Yes, let's just name everything based on how I mispronounce it during deck techs. And because of mono red, goblins, Sultai, and what's it called? And that mono green devotion ramp deck, you're gonna want to play with Tidebinder Mage. I should really find a spot for 4 of them. Maybe I should take out a Ceremonious Rejection. Tidebinder Mage really well positioned right now. You want to buy your Tidebinder Mages. Get your playset. Get 2 playsets. Get 3 playsets. I want you to bring the price of Tidebinder Mage up because I own 96 of these online, and I need to do a pump and dump on these things. So we need to raise the price of Tidebinder Mage. I'm one of the leading stockholders of Tidebinder Mage online. And I need to sell out when the getting is good. Now is my time for Tidebinder Mage. Alright, so that's my deck tech. Overall, this deck is super powerful. Way more powerful than the Mono Blue Merfolk deck. That Mono Blue Merfolk deck, that is for someone who wants to be playing a very patient game. Very quiet, waiting to turn the quarter when your opponent has exhausted their cards. This deck is not. This is go at them, aggro. It's like a slugfest. You just throw in these wild punches. You don't even know what you're going to punch, but you're just trying to deal damage. So with that, let's get into our Pioneer League. So we won the die roll, and his hand's unplayable.
4 Cocos.
No, 3 Cocos. This hand's great. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's great, but I will take it. And I guess I'll get rid of the Benthic Biomancer because it's the only thing off curve. Keep. Yes. Go, Kumena Speaker. Temple of Triumph. I'll pay 2 life, but I'm not going to do anything. I won't put a trick. Yeah, I have no reason to put a Trickster in play anyway.
Just Goblin.
Haste. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And scry 1. Oh, so I get it. It's a heroic deck.
There's no room for heroism.
And scry 1. You know what? I was thinking, what's the difference between... We could let them attack into the Merfolk Trickster, or we can tap it. I think I'm just not going to give them any damage. If we draw a land, we can play Watertrap Weaver. If we don't, we can still Merfolk Trickster this at upkeep and prevent them from getting any really good value out of it. Or maybe do we let them unload?
Nah.
Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, put a +1/+1 counter on it, then scry 1. Is there anything that gives protection from white?
Tap right upkeep.
No, do you know what? We're gonna let the... I don't know if there's anything that gives protection from color.
Giver of Ruins.
Flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it to your graveyard. If you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. That sounds really dangerous. We need Oko out just to get rid of this damn thing.
It coming. Everything's an elk now.
Okay, so I can tap this and block this. And then... yeah, that seems right. Then hopefully we draw a land.
Come on.
That is rude.
Swing for 4.
I have nothing else to do. Legendary creature, Angel. If we drew a land there, I mean, Oko would just... I mean, that would be the game, basically.
Game's going.
So this thing's going to go back to hand. Well, here's a cool thing. I mean, if I draw a land, maybe I'll just Watertrap Weaver this thing. Like, what are they going to do? They're so dependent on creatures. Right?
Pay life? He's paying life.
Why not?
But he's passing. What do you got? Damn. That thing broke his foot off up your ass.
Yes.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes.
Yeah, I got a land. But do I want to play Watertrap Weaver now?
Yeah, turn it into an elk. It'll piss him off.
It's not a bad plan. Trying to think. The elk can kill me if they've got enough of these cards. What Defiant Strike went back to their hand, and Titan Strength. I hate how Magic the Gathering doesn't let me see these things.
Take that. James Cameron.
Yeah, a target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn, scry 1, and they have a lot of mana. So even if I turn this thing into an elk, does not necessarily mean anything.
So make food tokens.
And this thing's gonna give me make me do damage
Give
anyway.
you brain damage, yes.
Let's see.
Tap her down. What's he gonna do?
Give protection. That's the fear. Okay, we'll do 4. We'll do our best. We'll tap it down.
You have an Answar. Chains. Nope.
Target creature gains protection from the color of your choice until end of 1. Scry 1. Okay. So it looks like we're going to die. So they have so much mana. And Oko wouldn't have done anything anyway. Sure, why not? Oh, Boros Charm. That's interesting. Oh, to give double strike. Alright, we can see. So I feel like I was a little screwed out of winning that game.
Just needed one land.
Yeah, we just needed one land. So what do we want here? I don't think either of these things are good. Tidebinder Mage. You're looking better and better already. What do we not want? Probably not Thassa. Maybe one less Kumena. I think I want to be on the ground attacking, and I think anything that can interact with creatures is good. So Oko, great. Oko, great. Wizard's Retort maybe is good, but I'm not sure. Like, just for countering maybe the top end of their creatures. Especially on the play. Probably might not be very good on the draw. Alright, we're going to do this. I think all they have to do is, when they're tapped out, just interact with the creatures, and, like, what are they going to do? They're just going to lose. They were in very good position of losing last game.
Good stuff. All the land you need.
I don't know if Oko is as good as I would like it to be in this matchup because of the fact that they can just still attack with the creature. Like, it doesn't really matter to them.
But then you can steal the creature.
I think I'm going to mulligan this. I think we can do a little bit better. This is a lot better. I think we'll stuff maybe, again, Benthic Biomancer down. Use Silvergill Adept. Keep. And hopefully use Watertrap Weaver to give us the tempo that we need. To turn the game around. Oh, good. Deployed Heroic. How heroic of them. Yeah, I'll show them a Silver Gill Adept. So Kumena Speaker, not too bad. After we play Watertrap Weaver, we can spew a bunch of creatures on the battlefield. Not too bad. How is this thing? Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, put a +1/+1 counter on it and prevent all damage that would be dealt to it this turn.
Bang life.
Go for it.
But not anything with it.
That is lovely. And if they're not going to attack, I might as well keep developing my board. Or, like, I would love to be able to get this Collected Company off. That'd be great. And that's great. All right, so we are going to get Collected Company off next turn, at the very least. I'll just pass.
Lewd.
Hmm?
Never mind.
Searing Blood is rude. Very good card for them in this matchup. It's the Eagle? It is the Eagle.
The Eagle. Well, they're all tapped out. You can tap that thing down. Same time, though, you could get a Watertrap Weaver and something else with Collected Company. You get two Watertrap Weavers.
So I'm wondering if it's worth it to attack here. Like, just attack with all three, even if they even if one gets eaten up, because I would love to deal some damage, get my opponent like a little bit close to dying, because right now they're not in any position to die at all. But I already took the damage from the breeding pool. Like, now I sort of want to just play Watertrap Weaver and tap this thing down. That actually looks like the best line.
He's gonna need another one.
What can I Collected Company into?
Watertrap Weaver.
Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so they don't have access to it immediately. Alright, I'll Collected Company at their upkeep, and then hopefully tap their creatures down, but there's no guarantee that this is going to work. Not in love with my position. Well, this is where we are.
Good stuff. Amazing stuff.
Watertrap, Mistbinder are good cards.
Get fucked.
Okay, any order. We'll Watertrap this, because this is what's flying. Can't block that. Okay, no, so no gods, anything.
Now
I can chump block this.
Now they're freaking pissed.
I hope. There are some very good cards in this deck. Deal 4 damage to target creature you don't control and 2 damage to target creature you do control. They get it again, too.
Sloot has entered the game.
Now what do I do? Oko might be way better in this matchup than I thought. This card is hard to beat because, like, it's just infinite card advantage. This deck does not have a lot of removal.
Swing for 8. Or tap that thing down and then swing for 8.
Doesn't look like a very good... How can I put it? I don't know how I win from here. They're going to do this every single turn. I can let this one, I guess, freely swing for one turn. Mm-hmm. Well, at least I get in some damage. I do deal 6 damage. And then maybe I can Trickster this thing. Why is this still tapped? Oh, I did it at the end. I did it on their turn. Hilarious. That's right. I did it on their turn. Come on, land. Land for Watertrap Weaver and Merfolk Trickster. Not bad. Actually, that's not bad at all. I'll take that. Here's Tidebinder Mage for you. Oh no, they're gonna kill it. Whatever, they kill it.
Whips and chains. This is bondage deck.
This is very annoying.
You should play with this card.
Ugh, they got another one of these stupid things. I can't beat this card. I can't beat this card. As sad as this is, I cannot beat this card. I don't even know what I want to draw right now, to be honest.
Another Coco.
Another Coco would not be too bad. That would not be too bad. This is like such a cheesy way to lose. And I still have another game to win. Alright, okay, I'm dead. Oh well. Not really expecting this. Well, I had a very good hand in game 1, but I could not draw the third land to just curve out and then stomp my opponent when they were tapping out against me. And in this game, I don't know, maybe there's some other way I could play, but like this card is just infinite card advantage, and I have no answer to this at all. Nothing at all. Unless anyone could see a better way that I could sequence my spells. Maybe there's some way, but aside from that, like I couldn't beat that stupid Reckless Rage card plus this. That's an amazing combo. Yeah, if they don't have one of these two things out, I think I just steamroll them. So, disappointing start for the Simic Merfolk deck, but I'm certain I'm going to show you the power of it in the rest of the league. Let's move on to match 2. My hand has no 1-drop. We lost the die roll, but everything else is fine. Wish there was a 1-drop, but, you know, we can curve into Oko. Our opponent seems to have a slow start, too. It's all good. It's all good. Duskwatch Recruiter. How does this thing work?
Strong.
If no spells were cast, transform it. Sure.
Tap that at the upkeep.
I can just play something here. Like, why not? It can block the Recruiter, too. I don't know if I want to trigger this. It would just be a bigger creature. Next turn, I'm just going to Oko.
Loco for Oko.
Yeah, everyone's Loco for Oko. Biomancer's Familiar. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less to cast, so they can cast this for 1. The next time target creature adapts this turn, it adapts as though it had no +1/+1 counters on it. Okay, so the infinite adapting.
Your Biomancer can't do that.
That's correct.
You need the new model. You need the upgrade. If it becomes an elk, it's not a problem anymore.
I guess we are going to elk this thing.
Salute, that's disgusting.
Like, I don't know what this thing's gonna do, but I'd rather elk it.
It's gonna get out of control.
Probably. Duskwatch Recruiter for 1 green mana? That sounds like a bit too much. I mean, I got a lot of stuff here.
He's just going to town on his own ass.
It's a load.
Perhaps you can hear him. One more land in your gravy.
Maybe this deck should have 2 more, like, green... What's it called? 2 more... 1-drops. Alright, goodbye, Oko. So this deck plays Reflector Mage as well. Fantastic.
It's Pioneers.
This is an ugly hand. Well, I'll play Kumena, actually. Why not? Uses our mana. It's a good blocker. Why not? Like, it prevents our opponent from just recklessly playing a Duskwatch Recruiter. So, I mean, attacking with Duskwatch Recruiter, so they can only attack with these 2 creatures.
You son of a bitch.
Hilarious thing is if we draw a land, then we can, like, stabilize all this. I think. I mean, they got a lot of cards in their hand, too. What is the best? I guess play Biomancer and start getting a Trickster out. Dump. Not sure what to dump, but I'll dump the Kumena. Mm-hmm. So we'll tap down Biomancer's Familiar, and then if they want to attack with their Reflector Mages, then they could wait to see if I'm going to tap it, which I'm not. And then if they attack with, like, Reflector Mages, I'll just double block. It's fine.
You got more creatures.
I do. Well, now that this is happening, I think I'm going to block here. Okay, I got the land. Now let's hopefully stabilize. Like, I'm going to try to play like a Trickster and a Mistbinder every turn. Oh no! That's okay. Supposed to play the Trickster before the Voice Resurgence, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, let's see what they do. Everything's going to attack, so what we can do, it's not beautiful, but we can target the Elemental. And now we make the appropriate blocks. Guess I'll take 5. Yeah, guess I'll take 5.
That's a nice looking forest.
Not bad. Okay, let's continue to put stuff on the battlefield. Keep up our defenses. I assume our opponent is also playing with Collected Company. So again, I cannot really do any...
Huh. Now they're on D.
Now they're on D, yeah.
I would have resigned a long time
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, won't his mind be blown?
Voice Resurgence and a Gilded Goose.
We gotta crack Oko open to get all the elks at once.
Well, this isn't too bad, so let's use up our mana. They're probably playing with Oko too. Is Quarter Calling in this format? I guess so. Wow, their hand was really clunky.
What does this card do?
Tutor for a card. Another Reflector Mage. This is annoying. So I guess they're going to bounce my Mistbinder. Make everything a bit smaller.
So small.
Pass. Because we are on defense. And we're just going to have to, like, Collected Company on our turns. Reflector Mage. Strict upgrade to Watertrap Weaver. Displacer. Well, that could be a really big problem.
This is Pioneer. You never know what you're gonna find.
So they can well, displacing anything doesn't do anything.
It's a whole new frontier for
Merfolk. I don't know. I guess take 2. Like, the thing is, you can't blink my lord. That doesn't do anything. It's just gonna come back and play. Okay. It's not doing what you want it to do. But the problem is this Voice of Resurgence token is now going to be a real beating. No. they resigned in embarrassment. Embarrassment. Like, I can't swing back for the win. I mean, maybe if I Collected Company into, like, Mistbinder plus something to tap down the Elemental token, maybe I can win. Well, anyway, that was funny. We'll take it. I don't care. You don't want to work for it? That's fine. So there's a lot of activated abilities in this deck, so we might as well bring in, like, Sorcerer's Spyglass and Phyrexian Revoker, shut down things like their Goose.
Watertrap Weaver.
They don't have Bazaar. Tidebinder Mage looks really good. Oko looks really good. Kumena might be okay. I think a card that's not very good is Silver Adapt. This is not a card advantage. Well, no, it's going to go long. Forget it. Yeah, Silver Adapt is fine.
Go long.
Collected Company is very good. Oko is very good. Well, I have to make cuts somewhere. I'll take out a Kumena. I'll take out... We'll say Tidebinder Mage as an upgrade to Watertrap Weaver. Maybe we just take out... remove the Spyglasses. We keep the Revoker. Well, what did I bring in? Oh, the Tidebinder Mages. I think we need Thassa to be able to push through damage. Take out 2 Biomancers. Could be wrong there, though. I love that Revoker can be found with Collected Company. That is sweet. May not be perfect. They can find Reflector Mage and just bounce it. Tick-tock. Goes the clock. Huh?
Bedell, that's his name.
Bedell? Hey, I've tried to make some audio improvements to the channel. Let me know if you can hear the improvement. Do things sound better? I've got the microphone a lot more closer to me now. This hand...
It's Primo.
No, it is not, but I'll keep it. We definitely curve into Collected Company. If we can draw, like... There we go. That was a good draw. I was about to say, if we can draw into a 2-drop, that would make all the difference. That's a good 2-drop. We can tap things down. Play green creature. Beautiful. You must have just drawn that. And we're about to tap it down. Screw the goose.
Do not screw goose.
The bird of paradise of this format.
Angry
The Eldrazi
goose
Displacer. Sure.
Displace this.
Not sure what to play here, Mutavault or Unclaimed Territory. There's a chance that I can play like 2 Kumena Speakers.
What's the advantage of Unclaimed Territory? By naming a creature, it does what?
It's like it's a Cavern of Souls.
Oh, so.
Except it only just adds mana, that's all.
So it doesn't protect them? But it's of any color, I guess, right?
No, it's just for mana purposes.
Oh,
I can cast it off of 2 colors. It's like a dual land.
Stop it. Whiff!
Another Displacer.
At least it has haste. I mean,
Doesn't have anything.
Ooh. If he resigned before, he's going to resign now.
And you know what? I think it's a good spot to do this. Why not? Because I can play 2 creatures anyway, so I might as well make the play that's going to deal damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So they can displace their goose to free it, but, I mean, that's a pretty crappy way of using your mana, and it's going to have Summoning Sickness when it does that. So they untap with this 1 lone Displacer, and now next turn we can play Collected Company on our main phase, and then we're like, find any Watertrap Weaver or Merfolk Trickster, and we're great. Oh, is that how it's going to be?
Coco. Let's go all out.
Are they going for Coco? Well, let's okay, we'll do the double Coco thing. You gonna Coco? I'm gonna Coco. So they're gonna Coco in response, and then in response we're gonna Coco.
Whiff.
Yeah, their last Coco sucked.
3.
It was a really bad Coco.
2, 1.
I'm gonna Coco you.
Boo.
Okay, Reflector Mage, that's a good one. Knight of Autumn, it's also a pretty good one.
Reflector Mage.
Gain 4 life, not bad.
That's desperation mode.
Well, it's gonna be hard to beat because they have an Eldrazi Displacer on the battlefield. So I better hit well off of this Coco, or like I'm gonna lose a lot of creatures. Bad things could happen. This is banned good stuff. This is banned 3 drops. You're gonna bounce my Kumena Speaker. Wow, you foresee what I have in my hand. Okay, so now in response to all this, let's do our own Coco.
Surprise!
The counter Coco. So we gotta. Okay, we have to get the Mistbinder. That will make all my opponent's blocks terrible. And then we can actually get Phyrexian Revoker and make the Displacer trash all over again.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't think I want... I could get the Tidebinder Mage, tap down Knight of Autumn.
Now that Revoker can do things. It has
Yeah.
activated abilities, damn it.
And it can keep hitting Reflector Mage. Hopefully. Okay, so all the blocks... Well, not all the blocks suck. They can eat the Biomancer for free. Okay, better not skip through my turn. And pass. Haship Oasis. This deck is going deep. Oh no, yeah, they want the colorless mana. Why that one? You could Reflector Mage. You could hit Reflector Mage. bounce my Phyrexian Revoker, then activate Displacer to, like, bounce my Merfolk Mistbinder.
He's a pioneer to the whole game.
Oh, no, you're going to destroy this. Oh, you're way smarter.
Huh?
Yeah.
Top decks.
Not in a good. I'm still not in a good spot.
I'll put those two blocks.
Maybe I just have to side out Phyrexian Revoker. Maybe it's not good enough because of Night Autumn. Interesting. They let it resolve. Because they could, in response, just displace the Charming Prince. Charming Prince, like, displaces this. You know? You know? Okay, let's attack. And hopefully I don't get screwed over. Oh, something bad is gonna happen. Oh, they're gonna Court of Calling for Reflector Mage, bounce my Merfolk Mistbinder. There's no other explanation for this play. Boo tutors, boo tutors.
Spell Pierce would be hot right now.
It would, actually, it would. For 5? What is this gonna be? It's not, it's... what does this do? Wipe the board? Flash, Vigilance. Creature you control gain indestructible until end of turn. When a non-angel creature you control dies, transform 3 damage to each other creature. Oh yeah, so it's gonna wipe the board. Well, in theory. I don't know what I want right now. I guess Thassa. Thassa would be pretty good. Something I'm probably going to bring in next game is... Does anything die? No? Okay. I'm just going to take all the damage. Wonder, does my opponent die on the crackback? Probably not. They have 2 cards in hand. They've got a food token to gain life.
Another Coco into 2 lords.
That would be hot. That would be hot.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's see it.
Can't let any non-angel creature die. Oh, displace. I mean, the Revoker, I guess, is doing something here, but they've got a lot of answers to beat it. I mean, that's one too. Seeing as we are a piddly creature deck. Well, our whole board is getting wiped here. That's interesting. That's some neat tech. So their creatures survive, ours die. I draw the Thassa that I wanted, but that's too late. Okay, so going into game 3. I definitely want to be as aggressive as possible. Maybe I don't want Silvergill Adept here. This is just all about power and tempo. Like, I don't know if card advantage really mattered. I sort of want the Wizard's Retort. If that's possible, if that's something I can fit in. Is Oko as good as I think it is? Probably. Probably turning everything they have into food is good. Or into elks. Maybe even stealing some stuff sometimes is good. I'm going to bring in some Wizard's Retorts. We still have 26 creatures for the Collected Company. I might be misevaluating some of the cards. I don't know how good Watertrap Weaver is in this matchup. Could be worth less than I think. This hand looks great. Turn 1 Speaker, turn 2 Merfolk Mistbinder, turn 3 Weaver into Retort. Our opponent mulligan to 6. Hey, focus. Focus. So the curve is good. No complaints about the curve. What are you doing?
Getting cold.
Oh. Oh, and thanks for drinking the last of the bottle last time.
I didn't. I wouldn't have put it back.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't be the type of person to do that.
Definitely enough left in there.
Okay, turn 1 Goose. Not thrilled to see that. We can live with it, though. That's sort of nice, because next turn we can play Kumena Speaker. Oh, no, we can't actually hold up Wizard's Retort. We don't have a wizard here. Oh, well, we'll see what we do by next turn. So they're gonna have a good turn here.
Is Ponder Modern legal?
Huh?
Is Ponder Modern legal?
No. Hell no, it's banned. It's just straight up banned. Look at that. They're lacking mana. But what can I do about this? Doesn't matter. Add 1 mana of any color. You don't have food anymore. You can create food, though. I guess we have only one plan here. That is play the Watertrap Weaver, tap down this Selfless Spirit. Next turn, we play Kumena Speaker and hold up Wizard's Retort. And we probably just steamroll our opponent. Take advantage of the fact that they've choked up on mana. Our proactive deck is getting them. Goose number 2.
Whole flock.
But they got the food now.
The geese are still here. They were sitting on that lake.
Oh, they're just resigning. They know we have Collected Company in our hand. Not that I'm going to play it.
Wah, wah.
I was actually planning on playing... Actually, I guess we could play it. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so we beat Bant Good Stuff deck in round 2. Let's move on to round 3. We're up against Canny MTG. Sounds like a content creator name.
Or an employee.
We're on the draw. I think I'm gonna keep this.
Damn right.
I want to draw like a 2-drop or 3-drop in the next 2 turns. Or no, so I guess in the next 3 draw steps. Because we top out with Collected Company, which I think is worth it. So if we can just draw... That's not a good draw. But we also have double Mutavault on the way.
Dual wield. I dual wield my Mutavaults. Remand?
There's no remand for 1 mana. I think we're up against the Fog deck. I think that's what we're up against. Yeah, it is.
When it was snowing yesterday, visibility got really low.
Oh, yeah?
That's coming back from donating blood. You could barely see. Was it really bad over here? Or no?
It was snowing, but it wasn't really bad. Oh, okay, this is not what I expected. 2 damage target creature. If there are 2 or more instant or sorcery spells in your graveyard, deals 3 damage instead. Okay, then. So So, not the greatest way to spend my second turn, but...
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? That's right.
Pay life. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Get it in there.
So what do you have? 3-color taking turns deck? Ral, Storm Conduit. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Ral deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Scry 1. Whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. I don't think this is that good of a matchup because I don't have that much counter magic. Like, I have literally 4 Wizard's Retorts and that's it. So basically, once they get to Nexus of Fate mana, they get to double it, which is not good. And all my creature interactive spells are trash. Oops, why did I even play this? I meant to play Kumena, but whatever, I guess it's okay.
Should be able to
3 mana for... Still 3 mana for a plane, 3 for a 2-power planeswalker. They're gonna minus this, so they get to double. Oh, okay, so they're gonna get 2 turns off of this. Well, that sucks. You know, Pioneer's all cutesy-ootsy at the beginning, and now people are just playing like really busted stuff.
It's good.
So you get 2 growth spirals, draw 2 cards. That's good value. Well, I mean, but this isn't taking an extra turn. That's different. So I can kill the Ral. Unless they can interact with my creature. This could be worse. This could be a lot worse.
Yes, it could be Legacy. Wah, wah.
Yeah. Poor Legacy. The shithole it's in. Fiery Impulse.
How much is Force of Will?
Money. Money. That's how much it is. I had another line. I could play Merfolk Mistbinder, put Ral to 1, and they can't double their spells again, but I'm going to go with this.
This build needs Spreading Seas.
Okay, they're scrying 1. That's not too bad. 4 mana. You can go to 6 loyalty. Well, their draws are garbage unless they finally found, well, I don't think they found Nexus of Fate because they didn't tick this thing up. Sorry, they didn't tick this thing down. Yeah, they're not doing anything.
All right, come on. Big win. We're spinning the wheel.
Oh, that was a whiff.
Another one. Please. Thank you.
I think I'm going to wait on it, though.
Yeah. Swing for 6. Or whatever you're going to do.
Okay, do you have removal or not? Or, I mean, you can have a fog effect. I guess the best thing to do is put creatures on the battlefield, though. Now we will attempt to kill Ral. So I don't want him to minus and double up a bunch of spells.
Yeah, nothing.
Our opponent's going to do something. If they have a fog, like they always had a fog. Okay, Harness Lightning. On the Mutavault, that's weird.
It's land.
Oh, I get it. If they hit the Mistbinder, Ral still takes 4. And then if there's a minus, it just dies. Oh, they found something good here.
Maybe just card draw.
I mean, I hope, but... Ugh! That is very good. Anyway, I can't interact with any of this. You know, this is like these are subtle things, and it doesn't matter here. But I should have known to play my Mistbinder and activated my Mutavault with the other Mutavault and hold a blue up. And if I do that, I can give some illusion of, you know, Dispel, Spell Pierce, some sort of counter magic, whereas with the Mutavault up, I can't represent any of those things. Gotta be more focused. Like, those are subtle disadvantages you could easily miss when you're playing. Thinking, oh, I played so great, there's nothing else I could do. But when I have a Mutavault, when I just have like a colorless Mutavault mana open, then that gives my opponent like the green flag to do whatever they want. They know nothing bad can happen to them. Alright, so this looks like the point where I lose the thread.
This display box contains 36 boosters with 15 randomly inserted cards. Rulebook not included. Yeah. They should include a rulebook.
Everyone get very comfortable, because we are... Well, actually, we might die, actually, pretty soon, because Ral's a pretty good win condition in this deck. I was up against a few of these Nexus decks, and I just ran their clock out, because, my god, did they have no easy win condition. But with a Ral out, they can keep playing instants and stuff, and at the very least, it will do a reasonable amount of damage against me. This is a pretty good combo. Dig Through Time into Nexus of Fate. Nexus of Fate was a huge mistake. Like, the card is just a huge mistake in design. It should get exiled, not put back in your library, you dumbasses.
Rosewater!
Somehow I feel like Rosewater is not responsible. Rosewater likes to put, like...
Just blame him for everything.
Spells on creatures, not spells on spells.
Spells on spells. Spellception.
Yeah.
We have to go deeper.
Well, someone did that with Dig Through Time. We need a Dig Through Time that can find other Dig Through Times. And they can keep doing this over and over again.
We need a kicker to wake it up.
I know Treasure Cruise is being played in the Izzet Phoenix deck, but I have not yet seen that the Izzet Phoenix deck has completely taken over the format or anything like that. But the point is, like, there's not a lot of decks playing Treasure Cruise. I've seen quite a few decks play Dig Through Time, but I have not seen... Like, Treasure Cruise is probably a lot more fair than people think. Like, it was played with fetch lands in Standard, and it did not break the format. And I imagine something very similar is going to be happening in Frontier for a little while. Not, like, I think Treasure Cruise, in the long run, is probably bannable. But at the moment, I don't know if there's enough in the format to break it. Dig Through Time is different, though, because Dig Through Time can be played at instant speed, so our opponent can do, like... What the hell is this? I have a feeling I'm dead. Deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards. I'm dead. Alright, that's... Thank you for killing me. Wait, what do we want? Phyrexian Revoker for Ral. Actually, Sorcerer's Spyglass good as well. Ceremonious Rejection. Does this do anything? Probably not. Wizard's Retort. Yes! Collected Company. Yes! Weaver. No! Just a pathetic creature. So here's that situation. I need to get rid of 4 cards, but then if I get rid of... If I get rid of any creatures, then Collected Company becomes useless. And Spyglass might not be that good. It's only good against Ral. So how about this? We get rid of this, take away, I don't know, 2 Okos. So even though I don't really want to get rid of Oko. I don't want to get rid of Oko. I guess another option is maybe I get rid of a Mutavault, because probably not attacking with it. I need the mana open for Wizard's Retort and Collected Company. I like the idea of Collected Company. I like the idea of being able to cast something at instant speed. Still could backfire. I mean, Nexus of Fate is at instant speed. Yeah, so instant speed might be overrated.
Everything's overrated.
Everything's overrated. This hand cannot cast anything. Mulligan. It was close to being great. This hand sounds dubious too, but I'll keep it. Not sure if I've got this deck figured out, because like the last Nexus deck that I played against was blue-green. This one has red in it, so I mean they could have sweepers. They could have sweepers in the deck.
Sweep, sweep, sweep.
Pioneer's figuring itself out. I mean, it's drastically changed. I mean, I could tell that my all of my opponents today are very competent players, whereas when I started playing Pioneer immediately, it was just Ponyland. It was super Ponyland. Everyone wanted to play their favorite standard deck from 5 years ago, and I'm like, oh man, this is not the place for this.
Take it to your LGS, okay?
Something like that. I don't want to leave this thing. Oh man, what RAL was that kicked our butt? Storm Conduit?
Well, you can just scroll through the history.
I think it was
right there.
I think it was Storm Conduit.
No reason to.
RAL Storm, yeah.
You picked the wrong RAL. Oh fuck.
Hey, a lot of people have picked the wrong card. Even in Paper Magic. They had to like change the rules to accommodate that. Attune with the Ether. So what is this also? They're playing with energy, so I can almost assume that they're playing with two combos in this deck. This actually might be, what's it called, an Aetherworks Marvel deck. That would blow my mind.
Yeah, the people actually using this energy counter stuff.
Yeah, maybe I should have read into this harder. They're playing with energy. They have to... But if they're playing with Marvel, like, what are they putting into play? Because they emptied their hand last game. Well, they can put Planeswalkers in play. So maybe there's, like, a nasty Planeswalker they want to play with.
Yeah, Oko. Just the worst.
Remove 6 energy. Activate Marvel. Put Oko in play. This basic land choice is really difficult. Who knows? I'll be pretty happy if I can start Cocoing stuff into play. I think for the most part, my Cocos have sort of sucked on camera. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, I promise you all. It's not that bad. Coco is good.
Well, what are they doing? What are they looking for?
Maybe toilet paper. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Has the value of older sets gone up now that Pioneer?
Tons, yeah. Yeah.
That's how you
Oh, our
that's how you
opponent
stood.
opponent lost connection to the game.
Thought you considered. That's how you stirred the pot, though. Just make new formats.
It doesn't really I don't know how much it benefits Wizards, like, because I don't believe that they can, like, add any more boxes to the circulation. I mean, one thing it does do is that it gives them the option to reprint certain cards at a higher price that were originally worth nothing, and now they're worth more, and then they can say, well, okay, now we can start reprinting these cards and now make money off of it. But like, one of the biggest concerns of Modern, one of the single largest criticisms is that it's just too expensive. There needs to be everyone wants to play Modern. Like, people want to play Modern. There's genuine organic interest for Modern, but everyone's broke. Everyone prefers to, like, eat at McDonald's all the time. Hey, look, I know someone who said they didn't eat for like 2 or 3 months so that they could own Tarmogoyfs, and I believe it. So
ruining the fabric of society.
So if you want those super great Modern decks, you gotta, like, really buckle down on all your other expenses.
Well, I made my buying junk cards starter pack meme thing. Bank loan, pawn shop, stealing.
You want to do something that's not gonna, like, get you in trouble with the police. They'll find you. They'll find those Tarmogoyfs.
Some big burly repossessor pounds on your door.
So the advantage of Pioneer is that it is going to be like Modern, and yeah, I mean, it has similarities, but it's way cheaper. It's way cheaper because there's no fetch lands. And for anybody who says that they're like so disappointed that the prices are spiking, like, shut up. Buy into Pioneer right now. The prices are cheap. Yeah. All right, they're cheap.
Buy those Tidebinder mages.
Get those Tidebinder mages. Like, anyone will complain when the price goes up and they feel like they missed the boat, but frankly, you know, you're gonna look at this a year from now and thoughts like there's gonna be certainly certain mythic rares that are gonna be they're gonna be way more expensive. They're gonna be way more inflated in price, and then you're always gonna say, well, I don't want to buy it now. It used to be this price. I'm gonna wait, but it's not gonna come down until you get a reprint. And even if you have a reprint, it still may not come down by much. Hence, like, Chalice of the Void, it's been reprinted a million times now, and like the price just doesn't drop very much. Same thing with Aether Vial, reprinted a million times.
They've got, how much is Relic of Progenitus versus Tormod's Crypt?
A lot. Relic is like $5. Tormod's Crypt is worthless.
Well, if they've got Chalice of the Void, then they should make Goblet of the whatever, and it's like just a shittier Chalice. In the same way that Tormod's Crypt is a shittier Relic.
Well, our opponent returned just in time. They found a mountain. Good for you. And you got energy. How do you make a worse Chalice? Triple X.
Okay, I guess.
X, X, X. That's how you make a worse Chalice of the Void. That's how you fix Chalice of the Void. I don't know if you're even going to fix it, but it's not bad. It would probably still see play against all those decks you want to beat, like something on, like, all the 1-mana spell decks. 3 mana for Chalice on 1. I think our opponent's having massive, like, internet problems.
Just massive brain problems. Land! Thank you. It's a land that can attack.
It is. I'm going to play Collected Company on my turn 100%, so I'd rather get this Breeding Pool into play tapped. We'll attack. We'll activate Benthic Biomancer just for the sake of getting in more damage. Not really looking to get attrition. I guess this comes into play untapped, so keep the Sanctum. Alright, let's lay the beat down. See, now we gotta give the illusion of Spell Pierce. We're doing it. Oh, is this Anger the Gods? That is in the format. Okay. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, get 2 energy. Pay 5. 3 damage to any target. Gotcha. That could be a lot worse.
It looks like something Urza would control.
Maybe it does. The Dynavolt Tower.
Urza's Tower, Part 2.
Dynavolt Tower, owned by Phase Inventor, which is a subsidiary of Urza Incorporated. So that's like more things that we can hit with Phyrexian Revoker. So I guess I should just bring in all the Spyglass effects. Another... Holy moly! Well, this is all instant speed anyway, so... Let's see if we can find the other Revoker.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
I missed.
Oh, I missed. Or as he says in Japanese version.
Guess,
oh my god.
I guess I'll just play the Trickster.
Bit of Mario Party trivia for you.
These things are going to like one spell will kill something.
It'll bolt you in the ass. There it is.
Yeah, so...
It's alright, you get another Kokomo.
Great. They can kill one thing. This is 3 damage.
try for two lords.
I'll try for something. I promise nothing. If I found 2 lords, my opponent would not die.
But nothing yours would die either. Come on. Juicy!
I do find 2 Merfolk Mistbinders, and I might as well get them. Alright. It lives. And our opponent goes down to 1.
3, 2, 1.
Well, I guess one benefit to this, to what we're up against right now, is they have no fog effects. Alright, so now if they rattle off a bunch of instants and sorceries, only one creature needs to get through. Attune with Ether. Get energy. I don't want to auto pass through my turn. Okay, so 1 lord down. And they can only activate them twice, so yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, he's done. Oh, it's not over, I forgot.
It's not over. No, we lost the first one. I guess? Oh! Oh! Oh!
Go.
Oh! Oh. So what do I dump the collected companies?
2.
Okay, I have 24 creatures. Not the best. Not the worst. I'll get rid of Kumena. Kumena's clunky. But Oko can turn the Dynavault Tower into an Elky. An Elky Moose. Hand looks good. It looks good. Actually, it's great. We can go turn 1 Benthic Biomancer, hold up Wizard's Retort. That's not bad.
Oh, Elky. You came and you brought me a turkey.
I can only assume our opponent's going to kill this thing. Or maybe they're going to play Opt. I don't know what's in their deck. Opt makes sense.
Lightning bolt. Get your 4 lightning
Nope.
bolts.
Fiery Impulse. Shock, not bad. Wait, is this the new Lightning Bolt? To his target creature? Sort of. I guess I'm going to hold on to that until I see what my opponent plays. They play Ralzaric. Counter Ralzaric. Actually, do you know what? Or I don't know. I don't know what's best here.
Aether Hub.
Create a 1/1 colorless Thopter. How is it that the cost is identical to how much energy you get? That is baloney.
Good stuff. Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to...
Yeah, no.
First attack. Then we play Oko. I don't know if this is the right moment to tap out. I don't like the idea of our opponent untapping into 4 mana, but this is how it's going to be. Okay, deal with this. We can even steal the Whirler Virtuoso next turn in exchange for food!
What do you got, Bubkus?
Hopefully. I'm counting on Bupkis.
Gonna pay for that? No?
Alright, if they don't do anything at 4 mana, we're in good shape, in my opinion.
Just steamroll the game.
If I draw 1 more land, then we have Wizard's Retort and Collected Company up, which is ideal. Why waste your time? Sorceress Spyglass.
Come in handy later.
I still have Wizard's Retort up, so yeah, let's start making elks.
Yeah. Stampede.
I can also play the Sorcerer Spyglass at some point and then turn it into an elk. It will be genius.
Come on, Wizard's Retort. Do good.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah, I think this is one.
I draw land. That's not bad because I still have Wizard's Retort up with our Merfolk Trickster in play. Oh, I could hold up Collected Company. That's not bad too.
They fucking nailed it with this forest line.
Hmm?
They nailed it with this new this border.
You like this forest?
Yes, looks very good.
I like the island. John Avon. So I think the idea is they want to trade the Whirler Virtuoso.
That's the worst trade of all time.
Maybe.
It's like when
You know what's hilarious? I could play the Sorcerer Spyglass, name one of their cards, then trade Sorcerer Spyglass with their Whirler Virtuoso, right? Like, I can do that.
And then they control a thing that hurts them.
Okay, whatever. I'll just attack for 3. And then hold up Collected Company.
Not a power move.
It's okay. Doesn't need to be.
You're gonna...
I'm just gonna hold up Collected Company. Then on future turns, I'll play something. I'll put something in play with Wizard's Retort.
Oko at 8.
Oko at 8. Our opponent is at like Dig Through Time mana. Dynavolt Tower.
A gain. You can say no.
I think I'm just gonna let it resolve. Because the thing is, I can put a Phyrexian Revoker in play next turn, which is what I plan on doing.
You can play Coco down and turn this turn.
That's what I'm gonna do. Whoa, that is brave.
It's going for Oko.
Again. Why not?
Just gotta do something about Oko.
I guess.
That's what everyone in the community is gonna say. Something has to be done about Oko.
Something needs to be done. We gotta do something now.
Come on. Lords.
Oh, if they counter this, that would be pretty bad. Oh, they do! Because they get energy. Oh, they don't get enough, though. Okay, so that's good. So let's make a moose.
Elk.
Whatever.
Oof.
Let's be safe. Let's play Sorcerer Spyglass. What is this? Can't remember. Does this have fusion? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, their hand sucks. Dynavolt Tower. And hold up Wizard's Retort, which we can because we do have the Merfolk Trickster. So they only have 2 important cards in their hand.
A wizard, Trickster.
It's showing it twice.
Going off on that loud. Wilderness Reclamation.
This card doesn't win. I'm gonna let this go. I mean, bad things could happen. But hopefully they do not.
think we're about to see a resignation here.
We might.
Just a hunch.
They're playing around something for 3 mana.
Nope.
Because X could have been higher.
X is going to give it to you.
Okay.
2 lords and then what? Empty-handed.
Well, I can play Merfolk Trickster. So here's the awkward thing. Okay, I found the line. Okay. I want to turn this into an elk, but I can't. Or how do I do this? Yeah, okay, I want to turn this into an elk, but I can't because then it loses all abilities and Dynavolt Tower is online again. So this is what we do.
You could turn his flyer into an elk.
That doesn't help me. I'm going to tap it down. We're going to hit Dynavolt Tower with this thing. Tap Thopter down with Trickster. Now turn our Sorcerous Spyglass into an elk. Attack for 8.
Perfect.
Yeah. Mwah! Beautiful. And that is the power of Oko. That's why this card's gonna get banned in Standard. That was a sweet victory. Alright, so that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4 with Simic Merfolk. Our hand is great. We're on the draw, but hey. Turn 1 Kumena Speaker into turn 2 Trickster. Looks good to me. Turn 3 Oko, perhaps. You never know. You never know with the Oko. I think by default, usually you should just put the Oko to 3. Tick the Oko up to 6. Sylvan Carotid. Alright, so it's the Green Devotion deck, which stomped the hell out of me once. What do I do here? Nothing. I can't tap this down because that's hexproof, but even more reason to bring in those, what's it called? What is it called? More reason to bring in Phyrexian Revoker. Can
you turn it into an elk?
No, cannot. Hexproof.
Damn.
Defender hexproof. Hexproof means hexproof. Don't you know what hexproof is? When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can put a land card from among them onto the battlefield, tap, put the rest on the bottom. Elvish Rejuvenator. This is very close to Elvish Wood something.
I know what a bogle is.
You know what a bogle is.
Elvish. It's like Elvis, but not quite.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, Thassa's not bad. All right, let's get him for 2. I don't know what does the most damage right now. I have a lot of things to play, so let's just play our Oko. Make food. That's always like the hardest thing for our opponents to deal with. Next turn, we can play Thassa into Benthic Biomancer and then take it from there. Hour of Promise. You promise. You promise me an hour? Oh, here comes the zombie tokens. I'm not afraid yet.
I'm not afraid of no ghost.
Not bad. Well, we're going to be bombarded by zombies very quickly. Maybe I'll play the Merfolk Mistbinder instead, because this can at least block a lot of stuff. Okay, let's make our Elk Army. The Elk Army! Although, we have to worry about this thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's only target creature. It's not all creatures. Well, that's not too bad. That could have been a lot worse.
This build needs Spreading Seas. Or Seas Claim.
Or maybe I should play Thassa right now. That allows me to start getting in some steady damage for the rest of the game. This is a turn our opponent cannot make a big move. So let's just take advantage of it. We've got Devotion.
She's a wall.
She's a wall. Thanks, Oko, for the Devotion. So we have 2 solid blockers, if need be. Does this do anything else other than add mana? It does not.
It's just a nice picture. Okay, what are you doing? Where are you going crazy about?
Something. This is
Oh,
a big
good to
mana
see.
deck. Oh god, no. No. Again, another Walking Ballista deck. Every format I have to deal with this damn thing. Sacrifice Sanctum if we can get Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. They can kill Oko. If they want. Actually, I can turn Walking Ballista into a nonsense.
Shenanigans.
I gotta do something because Ulamog's coming. Ulamog is on the way.
That's an upgrade, I think.
Trying to find out what's the best way of using the Oko. I could turn Walking Ballista into an Elk, but then it'll just sacrifice it for, or they would just use up 2 counters on the Trickster.
Use up those 2 counters anyway.
I also have the power to exchange for this Walking Ballista. Exchange this Oko for this Walking Ballista. Definitely get it off the board. That's probably better. Right? I think that's better. Or maybe, can I exchange my Merfolk Trickster for this? Because I have nothing else. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Let's exchange. And like, let's say they get rid of their Ballista. Then I think I keep my Trickster, right? Oh, they're going to kill the Oko. Oh, okay, this did not work as planned. This didn't work as planned at all. Oh, they just killed the Trickster. So I should have played Merfolk Mistbinder first. Well, whatever, I royally screwed that up.
Oh yeah, and it's on camera too.
I'm over it. As a YouTuber, you got to get over those things real quick. And I didn't cast this thing properly either. It's been a long week. I wanted this Pioneer content immediately, but I couldn't. I had a lot of studying to do. Well, I'm gonna get crushed anyway by the Ulamog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This actually counts as 4. And this is basically the closest we've got to Tron. That's okay. Okay, I can.
It's done. You
No,
can't.
it's actually not technically done. It's just very bad. If only I didn't screw up that last Oko, this might be worth more. Yeah, I could just turn this into... Like, this could have turned completely around, right?
You can't turn a Ulamog into an elk?
I can.
Oh. Alright.
You're indestructible, but you can't... You can still be turned into an elk. The biggest problem is this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you have any removal? I forget it. Boop! We're gonna boop you. You got booped. So we just have to deal with the Walking Ballista. Which can get pumped up. Kill the Merfolk Mistbinder. Yeah, I guess I can't do anything. It's gonna get pumped up. They're gonna kill Merfolk Mistbinder, attack for 5 on the Oko. If I block this, 2d4, 1, 2, 3, 4, they can pump it up twice, deal 2 damage. So I think this is the best thing to do, because now they can pump Ballista up twice. But now if they do this, if they let damage go through, 3 damage, and then if they want to ever kill the Oko, the Ballista already has 2 damage on it. And then it'll kill the Ballista. Oh, I guess they could do it at my upkeep. This is hard. See, now the damage is gone. Now they can kill the Oko.
Boo.
Oops, I do not want to skip through my turn. We're on defense.
Revoker.
Definitely on defense. Revoker's not even in the main deck.
Right. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to stay positive.
That's fine. You keep doing that. This definitely could be a closer game if I played my Oko correctly in the first place.
Well, it's turn 8 and you're still about at 18 health, so.
This Ballista should be an Oko. Should be an elk. And it would be a big elk, by the way, because it has counters on it. Or is it... These are... No, X +1/+1 counters. Yeah, it's just +1/+1 counters. I'm not going to block anything. Just makes Ballista better. They can pump it up twice because of the Caryatid. I don't really have any good options here. They can block, then activate, shoot twice.
Tap 3, untap Merfolk to draw a card.
Guess I'll just play this pre-combat. Hopefully they let it resolve, because I can't attack. Attacking doesn't do anything. If they let it resolve, I can draw a card. Will not be the case. I think this deck is tough if they have Caryatid, because I can't... It's a pretty good blocker. And who went first, by the way?
Him.
Yeah, this Walking Ballista is just going to be very difficult to beat. It's always going to machine gun down everything that we play. As usual, Walking Ballista is the bane of Merfolk's existence. Always. Okay, thank you very much. I saw enough.
No.
Alright, so we're going to want to bring in counterspells. Counterspells should be very good. It looks like we can bring in the Ceremonious Rejections if they have Ugin, Ulamog, and Walking Ballista. That looks pretty good. Actually, I think we're going to bring in a whole sideboard, to be honest. We're going to bring in the whole sideboard. What do we take out? Probably all this. Oops, no. We're keeping you in. Probably all the top end stuff. I have to take out 9 more cards. Probably Silver Gill Adapt is not the card that we want to have in this matchup. Trickster also doesn't look that great. Biomancer doesn't look necessary. Take out 1 Mutavault. Or hold on, how many we don't have no creatures in this deck. We don't want Collected Company. Or not as many. Put a Biomancer back. No, okay, even with 20 creatures, it's not ridiculous. It's just that Collected Company is just a flash speed one. Like, we're bound to find 1. We're just not bound to find 2. So we can keep these. I could be wrong about Oko. Maybe this is not an Oko matchup. Because, like, what am I doing? Turning my stuff into Elks? They're going to have a lot of blockers. This hand looks unplayable.
Move history, is that the beginning?
Because I still need either a blue or green for Oko in our hand.
Good stuff.
This hand looks great. Keep. It's like... Yeah, we'll keep this. Hopefully we just curve out and beat them. Elvish Mystic. Perfect, right on time. That's why we play Tidebinder Mage. That is why you need to buy 3 playsets of Tidebinder Mage. Just like how I bought something like 40 plays. I don't know, 20, 30... How many playsets did I get? I can't do math.
1 billion. Fog?
Oh, I can't do this. This was stupid. I can't play Oko. That was silly. Maybe we can make it look like we had a counterspell. We're representing a counterspell.
Bitch.
Whatever, they resigned anyway. The hand was good. The hand was good.
See, that's how weak some of these decks
That's
are.
how good Tidebinder Mage is. That's why you need to have 3 playsets. How many playsets do I have?
Don't you have like 98 of them?
I have 96 divided by 4. 96 divided by 4. Can't do simple math. 24 playsets. You need 24 playsets like Nikachu.
That's the optimal amount.
Yeah.
Not 1 more or less.
I don't think I want to change anything else.
You'll find,
Maybe Collected Company is worth more than I think.
You'll find some incredible energy flowing into your life when you have
Whatever. We'll leave it as it is.
24 plays.
24 playsets. Maybe one card I don't want to flat out on is Ceremonious Rejection. I mean, like, it's good against all the evil stuff. It's risky. I'm still far away from actually casting this. I'm gonna keep it. It is risky, but the hand is good. The hand is... if I can draw a blue source in 3 draw steps, we're golden. There we go. We're golden. Like, next... If they play Sylvan Caryatid... Phyrexian Revoker, name your stupid Caryatid. Yeah, don't care. Screw it. Boo to you. A lot of things don't hit mana abilities. This does. So, I can play... Can they play Nisa's Pillage? 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped?
2 forests.
Oh no, put 1 on tapped. Spell Mastery, if there are 2 or more instant or sorcery spells or cards in your graveyard, search your library for up to 3 basic forest cards instead. Okay. Not a land. Anyway, let's start attacking. And I just have to hope our opponent doesn't have anything good to play this turn, because I want to get this Merfolk Trickster in play. And then after that, we just start Wizards retorting everything. Turn for turn for turn. Thought Not Seer. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. It's going to be hard to block. I mean, it's going to be hard to push through damage against.
You'll find a way. 3 Wizard's Retorts, baby.
Yeah, and I don't have any more flash creatures. But if I draw a land, I can play Speaker.
He was afraid of...
I have to just counter anything and everything.
No.
Once upon a time.
The end.
Yeah. It'd be terrible to let these Wizard's Retorts, like, rot in
your hand.
rot in my hand. Don't want to let them rot in my hand. They found some desert card.
You got another one. It replaced itself.
That's terrible. Because I want a land so I can play this Kumena Speaker. That's what I want. Our opponent has some some room to just like wait. Okay, that's good enough for me. As long as I can keep adding to the board, that's good.
Tap out big. But he can't. Because he knows what you got.
Not bad. Okay, so by next turn, I might start suiciding all my creatures to push the damage. Maybe. I will think about it.
To push ass. Come on, tap out big. Yeah, yeah. Does he not realize?
This can counter anything, but they might have what's it called? The counter spell.
He did not. Didn't have Bubicus. Good stuff. Thank you. Oh no, he was not short.
Okay, so I can get in 4 damage. That's not enough. We'll pass. It's okay. I'm comfortable with our board state right now. So, but if they put something really big in play, they get to find 2 things with Sanctum of Ugin. Hour of Promise. I'll continue to counter these things. That can find a desert, or that can find the, what's it called? Zombie making thing.
When is he going to start getting salty about all the counter spells? When?
Is this time?
Nah,
Attack
you
for
should hold up
6. Whatever. I guess we'll hold it up still. But now I have to let our opponent, like, play some spells.
Big, colorless planeswalker.
Well, I'm not in good shape. Because now they can sacrifice Sanctum of Ugin. So I can counter this. It's not a problem. They get Ulamog.
He's got to be like, when's it going to end?
Hopefully.
When is it going to end?
So what I have to now deal with an Ulamog. They only sacrifice 1 Sanctum of Ugin.
Land. Yes.
Yeah, but what is it worth?
2 lords. 2 lords right now.
Actually, okay, no, I think I sided out Watertrap Weaver. Looks like our opponent sided out their mana dorks.
Lords would be 4, 8, 12, 16 down.
No, it won't. Lords don't pump up.
Yeah,
those.
I know. I'm talking about the 4.
Oh, you are 16. I can't. I'm trying to think of. Okay, they're gonna play Ulamog. It's gonna exile just 2 creatures here. Actually, can they play Ulamog? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? They can't, actually. Unless they have another one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Coco.
Okay, so let's pass. This might not be too bad. We'll just Coco end a turn. We might only hit 1 card. Oh, they did hit this stupid thing. You lucky SOB.
Maybe you can Coco 2 pieces of shit onto the battlefield.
Okay, let's let them find something with this. World Breaker. That seems like the least of my worries at the moment. Okay, let it resolve. I'm gonna try to get let Ulamog enter the battlefield. That way, if I hit what's it called, 2 Tricksters, I can Trickster down the Ulamog. Oh, that sucks.
Well, it can't hit.
Can't hit anything. This has hexproof. Just 1 off. That's sad. Okay, how many cards are in my library? I'm serious. Okay, so we can play this. It's close. It's close. We're going to get hit for a ton of bricks this turn, and then we can trick... Okay, we're going to lose 20 cards out of our library. Then we can Trickster this next turn, attack for 5 with Thassa, put our opponent down to 9. If we rip consecutive lands, we can pull this out. We can pull this through. Can Worldbreaker destroy my own lands? That's silly. Oh, it exiles! Oh, forget it. I totally forgot about that. When you cast it exiles, I thought it just destroyed. Well, hope is disappearing.
Very fast.
So now what do I want? I think in future iterations of this build I need more counter spells because I'm like running into decks like this and like it's very I didn't win the last time that I played against this.
You threw every darn counter spell you had at this thing.
Well, maybe I do have enough counter spells. Like the ceremonious rejections are counter spells. I just couldn't get through this. I couldn't get through the Thought-Knot Seer. They got the Thought-Knot Seer underneath me. If I could counter that, all these 2/2 creatures would have won. Well, I want to play this Sorcerer Spyglass, but I don't know what to... Sacrifice a land, return this thing back to your hand. And I guess I'll play this. You have an Ugin, great. Just infinite gas. And that was close. If that Thassa could stay on the battlefield, it would have been enough. That's interesting. They're gonna go for an attack. Well, I'm going to Trickster the Ulamog. Block the biggest... Actually, I could quadruple block this. I would draw an extra card. I don't know what good it would do me. Let's get rid of Tiebinder Mage, I guess. Hooray. That's not enough. Alright, we lose. I think this matchup is tough. It's not easy. Yeah, that's all I can say. I don't think it's. Well, either that or I just haven't had really good games. I thought our hand was pretty good. We had a lot of counter spells, but unfortunately, the Thought-Knot Seer just stone blocked us for that entire game. I really liked how Phyrexian Revoker did play a good part in that game, slowing our opponent down, their Sylvan Caryatid. Another way of playing this game, I guess, was to just let our opponent get a bunch of mana, but my concern was that our opponent, at some point... Like, I was countering the mana spells, but because we were so restricted on mana, my concern was our opponent would, I don't know, get into some situation where they play, like, World Breaker and Thought-Knot Seer at the same time, on the same turn. Not to mention that when our opponent is taking lands out of their deck, it decreases the chances of them drawing a land. But anyway, that was round 4. Let's move on to round 5. I won the die roll, but our hand is really slow, so I'm going to mulligan this. I think the format is fast enough that I want to be like a little bit greedy on my our die rolls. Sound looks great. I'm going to keep it. I'm probably just going to dump the Collected Company at the top of the curve. Frankly, I think Kumena Speaker into Mistbinder into Oko should probably win the game.
Assuming there's no roadblocks.
Assuming there's no roadblocks, that's right. This might be one of the more powerful hands, because we get to go like Kumena Speaker into Lord.
Up against Jund.
Basically, like, black-white sort of means Jund. I would not be surprised if they were representing Fatal Push. Well, I might as well take the line that doesn't take me to get... Oh, do you know what? This is not great. If they Fatal Push the... Maybe I should have taken the damage. Who cares? Because if I play Braiding Pool and they Fatal Push the Merfolk Mistbinder, I at least still deal 2 damage. But now if they Fatal Push Mistbinder, then I deal no damage. I deal only 1 damage. Oh, they hit the Kumena Speaker. Okay, that's fine. So it looks like in this matchup, Oko Thief of Crowns is gonna like basically steal the game.
Steals everything.
Steals everything.
Yeah, you got 2 of them.
I got 2.
Mario.
All right, let's hopefully this is worth the $70 it is online.
Time to buy Oko was last week.
Basically. Time to buy Oko was at pre-release.
Sleep's been sleeping all day.
Our opponent is playing very patiently. Looks like some sort of Mardu control deck. Stomp. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Deals 2 damage to any target. And whenever it becomes the target of a spell, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. Okay. And it's on an adventure. Enjoy your adventure.
That's an Eldraine card, yeah?
Yep.
What fairy tale is this piece of shit from?
Eldraine.
No, but I mean, they'll take from fairy tales. So.
Only power 3 or less. This gets out of range of that.
Or maybe it's like that fee 5 full from giant.
Fee 5 full fum. I smell a night that stole my gum. I'm not a rapper. Never will be.
But his album's dropping next week.
Yeah, that's right.
Peep that SoundCloud. You know those Casio keyboards where you press the demo key and a song plays? That's his music.
Yeah, let's see. You're just gonna let me tack in for 3? Ooh.
Boof.
Show the Trickster. That's a sad land. Oko goes up. Oko only goes up.
In price.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
That's right. There's nowhere to go but up. What on earth does our opponent play? This is a really clunky deck. Look at this mana. This has to be for budget reasons. There's better mana than that. We're not exactly in the losers bracket, but we're like in the 2-2 bracket. A bracket I'm not really familiar with.
Pioneers all experimentation.
It was in the first week. It's a lot of that experimentation has been wiped away. There are now some pretty serious archetypes forming, just like that mono green ramp deck that we played against last round. That's a serious deck. Encouraged me to bring in the Tidebinder mages into this list. Another reason I'm playing Tidebinder mage is so that all of you buy Tidebinder mage. I discard a card. Guess I'll discard Oko. Don't really want to, but I got an Oko here.
Sitting pretty.
Sitting pretty. Me? What are you, nuts? Yes, think better of it.
10-second thoughts.
Who needs Merfolk? Can just have Elks.
You tab that son of a bitch down?
No. I'll do it at the end of turn. Maybe. I'm pretty sure my food is still an artifact, so they could have destroyed the Tidebinder mage and my artifact. Goblin Dark Dwellers. Enters the battlefield. It's basically Snapcaster Mage, if I remember. You may cast target instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that card would be put into the graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So it's going to blow up. Now it's probably going to hit this food token in this thing. Or hopefully they make me discard a card. But they should know that I have Merfolk Trickster in hand. So this is going to be a good, pretty good blowout. Hit this thing. Oh, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Alright. I think it's a poor choice, but you know what? I don't play your deck.
You don't know the things he knows.
I can attack for 8 here. I can turn this into an elk.
Plus Muty. So 1 life, what is he going to do?
And then that adventure creature cannot. It should show the revealed card. If they like move cards from the graveyard to their hand, it should show here. Bone Crusher Giant. Silly. Because it deals 2 damage at sorcery speed. So if this is an elk, it doesn't die.
Do it. Do it now. Puts him to 1. What's he gonna do?
I can't exchange anything. Everything's big. I don't know what it's gonna do. But I don't have... Okay. I've convinced myself. Boop!
Alright. If you got a miracle, let's see it. 3.
That's pretty good. Instants and sorcery spells you have lifelink. So let's stop that. Or I can exchange.
No, just shut it off.
Yeah, let's just shut it off, I guess. Boop! I boop you.
Guess you're gonna get your 1 instant off.
To each opponent. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power. Okay, that I can do. Get rid of the food. Pass. So now the giant can eat this. All I need is like a Thassa, and that's it. They've got a lot of cards in hand, though. They got a lot of cards. I'm not going to deny. They've got tons of cards. Maybe I should have kept the Kumena speaker in my hand, because it's just going to get eaten up by that stupid giant. And I could wait for... I honestly don't know what I'm waiting for. Liliana, what do you do? Create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Okay. What did the minus do? Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. That sucks. So we are looking for Merfolk Trickster. We're flooding out now. What could we use here?
Turn that red thing into an elk? Would that be better?
No. Downgrades it to a 3/3. I could attack with this, and if they block, then I could turn it into an elk. I am looking for some way to suicide away the creature so that when they go -4, it won't be so devastating. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. Well, that's not good either. This is probably how the games played out with R&D when they were playtesting Oko. This isn't doing anything. This is totally fair. Pass. I guess attacking with the Trickster is better. Well, I'm not sure. Well, that is risky as hell. You like to live dangerously. They can attack for 9. Oh, is it each player sacrifices 2 creatures? Okay, that's not a bad exchange. That's not bad at all.
That's 2 cards.
Well, that's bad. It's still something I don't want to see. Because it gains life.
Gain your own life. Yeah, turn it into an elk. No
Boop.
sense.
Boop.
No sense.
Okay, they gain some life. But at least that's not targeting this thing. Okay, let's try to exchange this thing for something better.
Trickster.
It's not bad if I can untap with it. I mean, we're just in a mode where we need to, like, just have more creatures in play than our opponent and we would win. This is pretty good that this is each player sacrifices 2 creatures. You lose 2 life. Our opponent is just living on the razor's edge. If we top deck Thassa, we win. Maybe if we top deck Collected Company into Thassa, we win. Watertrap. Any of the creatures that tap our opponent's creatures down would be great at this point. Like, this is lethal. Or is it? No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not lethal this turn. Like, it's close, though. Okay, that is good. It's going to help a lot, I think. Second Oko is not going to help.
Should just turn silver down to a 3/3.
I screwed this up. I had a win. Shoot. I didn't have to play the Silver Gill Adept. I could play the Watertrap Weaver, tap something down, then minus Oko, steal a 3/3, taking away one of their blockers. They only have 2 blockers left. Activate Mutavault and attack for... No, wait a minute. I only have 2 attackers. This and this, because I didn't make a token.
You.
Didn't make an Ilk.
You can make them now.
Maybe I... Is there anything else? Like, I have 2 Okos now. Well, let's start taking creatures from our opponent. Why not? So they have a food that can gain them life, but hopefully we can start turning the corner on this crap. Target player sacrifices a planeswalker. Okay, by Oko. And they said that there's no answers. There's answers. That's going to eat up the Silver Gill Adept. Huh? Oh, they're going to try to get something back from the graveyard? Soul Flare thingy? Sure. Okay, that's actually a really good card, because this is unblockable. What are we gonna do? Probably Kumena and Oko Elk this thing. I like it.
Yet another one.
Yeah, another one.
Unfucking believable.
We can even draw a card off of Kumena. But the point is, Kumena has unblockability. Tap another Merfolk. You are not a Merfolk. Well, this game is way harder than I thought it was going to be. It's way, way harder. How much power does our opponent have? Look at this. This is 15 power. They could kill us. If they have the right removal, they can just sweep the board and kill us.
And this might be it right here.
Maybe. To each creature you don't control. Holy shit. Alright. I lose.
Dang.
I lose. It's a bit frustrating. I was like really close from like winning the game. I don't think there's a lot of things I need to do. This is just an attrition based matchup, so we'll take out like, I don't know, a forest. I don't know, a Benthic Biomancer. Maybe one Watertrap Weaver. I mean, maybe I don't do anything.
You had a ridiculously slow start.
I know, and they completely caught up. I don't think there's anything else I want. I don't even know if I even want Tidebinder Mage at the expense of my mana base. Oh, well, we'll do this. This whole sideboarding could be wrong. No colored mana here. But I don't want a mulligan either. So I'm going to I need 2 colored mana sources for this. Just need 1 for these 2. Okay, we'll keep. It's a rough hand, though. It's a rough hand.
You did a great job at ruining my Soulfire Mortar's dream.
Good. Surprised the game got that far. So we had any colored source and we can play Kumena. Alright, we got that. I guess play Island. Play Kumena, Tyrant of Vraska next turn. Soul Flare card. I guess attack with both. They block, I'll pump up Benthic Biomancer. Make the trade, I don't mind. Another line is just like actually just play Kumena and draw a card. It's not a terrible line either. Yeah, maybe that's better because I have to grind out all this lifelink stuff. I still cannot play anything. But hopefully this changes everything. On cancel. Yeah, if I could change that, I would just play Kumena Tyrant of Vraska and not attack. If this thing has lifelink, I'm not racing it at all. So what's just important is like grind out my opponent. That's all that matters. We do have Thassa though. This is the first time I think we've got a Thassa online in this league, and I certainly still love how this card interacts so well in all the other games.
Double blue.
Yeah, but like I guess we'll put it on top. It's just something we can attack with. Yeah, and it also adds for devotion. I think it's better than putting it to the bottom and drawing an unclaimed territory. Liliana's Mastery or something? Or the stupid Planeswalker? Oh, this thing, okay. Well...
He's walking right into this.
Or are they?
Should just try.
No, do you know what? I'm just gonna take the damage. It's okay. Play Merfolk Trickster and end of turn. Maybe I can make a better counterattack. Do not need more Mutavaults. Okay, so activate. Guess with unclaimed territory as well. Or what if I draw Kumena? That wouldn't be very good. Okay, we draw the breeding pool. Okay, so that's a step in the right direction. We'll take 6 damage next turn. Keep this thing on defense anyway. Okay, pass. Because they could kill the Benthic Biomancer and then kill our Oko. Or sorry, if I attack, they just attack and kill Oko. So at least I'm putting up some resistance here. Oh, if this is Kolaghan's command, that'll be terrible. Destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker.
There it goes.
Bone Crusher Giants.
Jesus.
Well, it's not that. It's not that bad, but at the same time, it's not good. Okay, we do got the Thassa Scrying going on, though. That is cute. But I don't think I care right now. Now we're going to try to make some use out of Collected Company. I'm hoping that we grind our opponent out from here. That's what I'm hoping. It's going to be difficult, though.
Opening.
That's what I'm hoping.
Nature's Gathering. The opening. New box set coming 2020.
Doing this pre-combat just in case we just draw a bunch of Tricksters and Watertrap Weavers. Or even Tidebinder Mages. So, well, we do get Tidebinder Mage and Kumena, Tyrant of Vraska. But the Tidebinder Mage is going to die. Well, whatever, then it dies. We need to slow this stuff down. I'm gonna have to sacrifice this food for life.
What's there for?
You said Oko was OP. Another one of these damn stomps. And this is hard to beat. So my opponent attacks me for 6.
I think it's over, Jim.
No, it's not over, but it's not good. So if I want to activate Kumena Tiber into Vraska, it's going to tap down my team. Thassa's not even going to be able to block. They attack me for a clean 6. I go down to 2. That feels risky. But I can't block with Kumena anyway. I can only block with the Benthic Biomancer. So I guess I'm just going to take the risk and like draw a card here. If my opponent plays like Kolaghan's Command, deal 2 damage to me, then, well, guess I die. But I need to keep gas coming because, well, I'm facing down 3 4/3 creatures.
Bolt.
At least Thassa's doing her job. I guess we should put that on top. It's risky. It's very risky. What turn is it? It's turn 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess our opponent's not necessarily drawing well. Goblin Dark Dwellers. Oh god. What does this do? Destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Yes, that resolves. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect out of this deck, but in retrospect, probably the thing to take out are a lot of the 1-drops. It looks like if I can get around that stupid, like I would take out a lot of 1-drops. Our deck is relatively weak because of this damn stomp. It's just like a removal spell plus creature. And then there's like nothing we can do about it. So is there any value I can get out of this card? 6. No, I'm just gonna let it die, I guess.
All right, this is it.
Three. Actually, this is not bad. This binder can help block everything. Block, block, block. I guess I still want to tap one of these down. So if they have no removal, we are okay. If they have removal, we're still in trouble. Yes, please make that attack. It would be great for me. The best attack, I think, is a 2 attack with everything. Oh no, that's not a great attack either. So if I calculate this correctly, I'm going to freely eat these creatures. And we'll get Devotion again because of the Watertrap Weaver.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep putting this on top. At least we can sacrifice the food now. In fact, I think I should do that right now just in case my opponent...
With the bolt.
Something like that. They just, like, in response, deal damage to my face. Okay, let's do this again. So maybe this is where we can turn the corner. Because I think this matchup is just threat density versus threat density. Thas is doing a lot of work for us.
That's
a Doug to these collected companies. Doug to them. That's a funny card to choose because that has less devotion. Anyway, I can't do anything about it. This thing has menace, so I need 2 creatures to block it. I guess that's the idea. Beginning of combat. Not gonna screw around here. Because if I find another Tidebinder Mage, I'm gonna use that on the Goblin Dark Dwellers. Trickster, Watertrap Weaver. Sure, take these.
Now he's mad.
Watertrap Weaver on Goblin Dark Dwellers. It's not going to untap for a long time now. Oh, and this thing on the Soulscar Mage. I gotta play faster too.
That's Soulscar Mage?
This thing's not untapping for another turn, so... Okay, let's attack for a ton.
Bitch slap.
Well, they got a lot of good cards. I mean, they could draw Mizium Mortars and overload it on us. That would suck. We have a lot of mana, so we can... Whoops. Undo, we can... Yeah, we've got a lot of mana, so we can untap a lot of things. Sorry, I mean, we can make a lot of things unblockable. You gotta be kidding me. Deals 3 damage to each creature. That is gross.
41 life.
Yes.
Womp womp.
Oh, this is such a jank deck.
Well, at least he got to live out his dream.
Yeah, something like that. Well, we live for another turn. Even if they play Deafening Clarion here, we take 4 and don't die. I can't help but feel like we're up against a meme deck here.
Merfolk is a meme.
So they could just minus here. It's like, I mean, it's like being up against Jund, basically. But it's Mardu. Instead of green, they have white. And I think our deck definitely has like a lot of room to grind against a deck like this, but I need to know what what kind of removal I'm up against. Like for example, given what I've seen so far, I should bring in some removal spells.
And it'll be gone.
I can't as menace.
Oh.
It needs to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. Kill Liliana though.
Ooh.
Oh, they stomp me. They stomp me. All right, good games.
Good game.
A pretty poor showing for my Simic Merfolk list. Let's see the deck anyway.
Well, they were good games though. A lot of interactivity.
I guess they're okay. I had some whiffs on Collected Company, which sucked. Even though I had the correct number of creatures. What went wrong? I don't know if anything particularly went wrong. That Mardu deck at the end caught me by surprise. I didn't see it before. I mean, it's very disappointing. I really stomped people with this deck in playtesting. I mean, the stuff I did with this deck was absolutely disgusting. If I could change something, though, I would like a few more generic counter spells to beat the Nexus decks. Those Nexus of Fate decks, because this is like my only real counter spell. This one doesn't do it. This one doesn't matter. And so maybe I trade some Ceremonious Rejections for negates, for example, just so I have the right number of counter spells to play against those Nexus decks, and also maybe to play against those Hour of Promise, mono green Devotion ramp decks. Tidebinder Mage, I think, was very good. The rest of the Thassa was very good. Oko was very good. Collected Company, we saw some problems in sometimes, but overall, Collected Company was a bomb. I'm hoping Watertrap Weaver looked a little awkward in this league. But there was definitely many games where I just need to top deck Watertrap Weaver, tap my opponent's creature down, and then kill them. That's all I need. But I could admit this could be replaced by something else. For example, there's some room to put in some Smuggler's Copters in this deck, just like the Mono Blue Merfolk deck, and certainly Smuggler's Copter is definitely an excellent card in Pioneer. But anyway, I'm slightly disappointed at the outcome, but I can assure you that this deck still has a lot of power to it. But maybe it's okay, what did we lose to? We lost to Mardu, attrition-based deck, and we got stomped by Stomp. What would I change? I would side out Kumena Speaker probably in that matchup because it's just 2/2 creature for nothing. I think the appropriate sideboarding was side out Kumena Speaker, maybe 1 Forest, bring in 4 Wizard's Retorts, and then maybe 1... we need 3 Tidebinder Mages. Probably bring in Tidebinder Mage over the Watertrap Weaver, and then keep in anything that's worth card advantage. This is worth card advantage, this is worth card advantage, this. Those would probably be my changes. Maybe another land, I don't know. Pending. But it just had to be really threat dense. Command Speaker, it's not... in those attrition-based matchups, it's not about being aggro, it's about grinding your opponent out. And certainly when I got Kumena Tyrant of Vraska out, I should have just immediately slammed the brakes, was not racing a life-linking creature. I should have drawn a card, and then just immediately tried to grind them out. Maybe that would have made the difference. I was 1 card short. There was always, I was close to turning the corner. Maybe if I had 1 more card, I could have turned the corner to victory. But it still looked tough. What else did we lose to? We lost to the mono green ramp deck. That just requires more counter spells. I think. I don't know. We did have Ceremonious Rejection, but that stupid Thought Not Seer got underneath us. Because Wizard's Retort is like... I mean, it should still be good in this deck. Wizard, 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 Wizard. We got Wizards. I'll have to ponder. I'll have to play... Maybe I'll play test it a little bit more to see what I like about it. If there needs to be anything changed. But... aside from that, I think you saw that it still curves out, it still has a good game. It's playing with a lot of cool cards, playing with Oko, playing with Collected Company. And it's going to beat Mono Red. It's going to beat Goblins. I think it's got a lot of good game against those decks. I think it's going to do well against a lot of the... if I add a few more counter spells for the Nexus, I think it'll be very rounded out. But anyway, this is our list. Simic Merfolk and Pioneer. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com and the MTG Mastermind and Card Hoarder for being our sponsors. This has been Nikachu with his brother playing Simic Merfolk and Pioneer.